Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2014 ECE paper and this question is related to electronics. Consider a silicon sample doped with 1 into 10 power 15 donor atoms. Assume that intrinsic carrier concentration is 1.5 into 10 power 10 per centimeter cube. If the sample is additionally doped with 1 into 10 power 18 per centimeter cube acceptor atoms, the approximate number of electrons per centimeter cube in the sample at room temperature is. Okay, silicon sample is doping. Silicon is nothing but intrinsic semiconductor, and whenever it is doped, at that time it will become extrinsic semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor will have two different carriers. One is majority carrier, the other is minority carrier. Whereas in intrinsic semiconductor, majority and minority carriers will not be there. Number of electrons is always equal to number of holes. So first of all, we are going with after doping with donors. After doping with 1 into 10 power 15 nd number of donors, at that time majority carriers will be equal to approximately nd, that implies nothing but 1 into 10 power 15, okay, per centimeter cube. Next, again it is going to be doped with additionally, then the same semiconductor additionally doped with additionally doped with Na number of acceptors, by that time majority carriers are going to be approximately equal to nd, okay, minus Na, whichever is going to be larger, that will be the maximum. So that this is magnitude of Nd minus Na, that implies nothing but Na is large, so that Na is nothing but 1 into 10 power 18 minus 1 into 10 power 15, which is nothing but majority carriers effectively available, because donors are producing free electrons and acceptors are producing holes, and whenever both are going to be available, electron and hole can recombine, so that the effect of that one is going to be ignored. So effectively what we are assuming is nothing but whatever the lesser number of charge carriers, they are going to be recombining. So here we assume that 1 into 10 power 15 free electrons, because of donors you are getting, that will be recombining with the holes. So rest of the holes available are nothing but majority carriers. That rest of the holes you can calculate it as 1 into 10 power 18 minus 1 into 10 power 15, which is effective majority carriers available. But this is 1000 times larger. 1 into 10 power 18 is greater than 1000 times by this 1 into 10 power 15. So it will be approximated as 10 power 18 itself. Okay. Now minority carriers can be calculated by using mass action law. Minority carriers. From mass action law is going to be specifies the product of total positive charge and total negative charge is always constant. Product of total positive charge and total negative charge is always constant, and it is equal to square of intrinsic carrier concentration under thermal equilibrium. So from that one, total positive charge and total negative charge, you are saying for extrinsic semiconductor, one will be majority carrier, the other will be minority carriers. So product of, if you are going for the mass action law in this way, okay, mass action law, if mass action law specifies product of total negative and total positive charge is going to be constant if it is equal to square of intrinsic carrier concentration. For this semiconductor, N will be electrons, P will be holes. In this case, P is nothing but these are holes per centimeter cube. Okay, so they are majority carriers, and now we are going with electrons per centimeter cube, that is minority carriers. Minority carriers is nothing but Ni. N is nothing but Ni square by P. In this case, this is P type semiconductor, you can indicate like this. So minority carriers is nothing but Ni square divided by effective number of holes, which is nothing but effective majority carriers available. So this is Ni square is nothing but 1.5 into 10 power 10 whole square divided by 1 into 10 power 18. So that is 1.5 whole square is 2.25 into 10 power 20 divided by 10 power 18. So that will be 2.25 into 10 power 2, 20 minus 18. So that will be 225 electrons per centimeter cube. So the electrons present in the semiconductor after effectively doped with donors and acceptors will be 225 electrons per centimeter cube. So the answer for this one is 225. Thank you.